Hi, have you ever thought to make an real-time chat application with reactjs but not worrying about handling backend? Also, your chat application should be an industry level. So in this video, we are going to create an chat application using reactjs, and for handling database, we are going to use Firebase from Google. And for styling, we are going to use Tailwind CSS, one of the most popular styling library. So you're gonna learn the most important features of Firebase and how to use Tailwind CSS and also all the basic and advanced of reactjs. Basically, after this video, you can create most of the common applications using React. So let's see how the chat application works. So there, just sign up and login form, and you can sign up with email and password, and let's say fury@gmail.com, and password could be anything you want. Now press sign up, and we are navigated to the chat screen. And you can see other profiles are there. So let's just try to chat with someone. Let's say hi to React. Hi. Now let's go to another window and sign in with React name. And search for Fury. Now you can see that we have got hi. And then I can chat back like, how are you? Let's go back to the Fury and you can see how are you. So it works perfectly fine. And also we can log out from chat app and go to sign up page again. So I'm in my empty Visual Studio and open the terminal and specify the path where you want to set up your project. And in my case, I will say cd desktop and then say npm create byte, and it will take some time. Now say the project name. I'll say chat app react and select react javascript and cd chat app react your project folder and then npm I. Again, it will take some time. And then open the folder in Visual Studio. And here I will delete app.css and then empty index.css, delete the white.svg, and here in index.html I will delete this line, and in title I will just say chat app. Also, we don't need this react.svg, so delete it. Now let's set up our Tailwind CSS. So copy this line, npm install Tailwind CSS, and then paste it, and it will take some time again. And then copy this npm Tailwind CSS init line, and it will create a tailwind.config file. And here you go, tailwind.config.js. Go to the file, and we have to copy another thing from here. So let's copy and paste it. Come to index.css and copy this line of code and paste it. So our Tailwind CSS is successfully installed in our project. Now let's install npm I react router DOM to navigate between pages, and also we want to install another library, npm I react icons, for some external icons. Now go to console.firebase and here click get started with Firebase project. Enter your project name like chat, app, react. Now say continue, then continue, select an account. I'll select my default account and preparing project, it will take some time. Again, press continue. Now we are in our dashboard of chat. Click the web icon and say the project name. I'll just say chat application, click save. And here it is saying to install the Firebase. So copy this line of code and install it. And again, we need this code, copy it, and in our Visual Studio, we'll create a new file called firebase.js, and here just paste the code, and here we don't need analytics, so delete it. Create a new folder called pages. Here we'll create a signin.jsx page and signup.jsx page. Also chatview.jsx page. Go to Firebase console, click authentication and click get started. Here I'll select email/password provider and enable and click save. Now our provider is enabled. And this is the user list, but now there is no user, but soon our authenticated user will show here. Now let's build a signup.jsx page, and we're going to build the page like something kind of this. Let's just say sign up here to visualize. Go to the app.jsx and here I'll just say import browser router, routes and route from reactrouter.dom. And clear the div and just say browser router. And in browser router, I'll say routes. And in routes, I'll just say route. And it passes two arguments, path and element. So import sign up and path will be just slash. It's the default path, and element will be sign up. So now you can see we can view the sign up page. So let's deep class name, flex, justify center, H will be 100 VH and W will be 100%. BG will be this color, and I got this color from Figma. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this its class name of components, and then I'm going to go to the index.css. Here I'll make a utilities layer. So just say layer utilities. And in the utilities layer, I'll just say component, the class I just created. And here I'll just say apply and paste the line for the component. Now create another div, and in this div, we'll just say class name of card view login. copy the card view login, and again go to the index.css. I'm creating here because it will be reusable while signing page 2. Again, just say apply and say flex column, justify between, and here we can just say item center. However, here also add item center. BG will be our this color. Now specify the height and weight as you want and make it a little bit rounded and adjust it how you want. I'll just say input type file. Here actually I want to update the profile pic of users, and again input type text. It will be the name or the email, and again input type email and input type password. Let's make another div, and in this div create a button for sign up. And in the bottom of the card we can specify that already have an account, so login, and here we'll set up our login later. Let's edit the file input. So say class name will be hidden because I don't want to make this weird choose file button here. Make it parent's class name will be h5w5 and rounded will be 100%. Basically it will be a circle like this. And BG will be this color, and adjust your size as you want. I'll change in card view login with justify around, and the padding will be 2. Also add ring 2, and the ring color will be this purple. So ring hyphen and add the custom color like this. Now make a label element. Now this is the element that will be act as the input file type. So here you have to say HTML for input profile pic, and let's add the class name. Cursor will be pointer. And flex, item center, justify center, height will be full and W will be full. Now this is the important part. Copy the input profile pic and paste in the ID of input file. Now this is gonna act like the file input. So make a use state const profile pic set profile pic equals to useState and here I will just say if profile pic is available, so we're going to enter something. Let's say image source, and source will be profile pic, class name will be rounded, full, and H full, and W full, and make the object cover. Or either, if the profile pic is not available, just add span plus button, not a plus button, just plus icon, and in class name text white, font bold. And now if you try to add something, display the image yet, so let's display the image immediately. And here I'll make a function const handle file equals to be e path as an argument, and is e.target.value target.files, and we will select the first file actually selected. Now we can say set profile pic will be our URL dot create object URL e dot target dot files, and the first file we selected. And actually it should work, but before that, in our file input, let's say on change and call the function handle file, and accept equals to, we just accept only image /star. Now if you select an image, you can see it is displaying this image immediately. Now let's edit the name, email, and password. Let's say class name equals to be input field, and make a new layer here, input field, make this class name also with the input field, make this class name as like flex, justify center, item center, and flex column, and gap will be 3 or probably 2. Yep, this is good actually. Now let's back to input field. Now copy the background color, apply, BG will be our custom color we copied. Rounded MD, height 8, text wide. Placeholder will be name, and here placeholder will be email, and here placeholder will be password. In button class name, button violet, and again we'll add this class name into the index.css. Now apply, and again just style it how you like. I will just say padding to probably age will be probably 12, and now copy the background color and just add the custom color here. Or like make the height probably 8, edit the padding, make it rounded, width will be full, and now let's edit the P as a class name like text white, text asm, and also make another spam and just edit like this. I will just suggest to style however you want. Now go back to signup.js. Here we'll import create user with email and password from Firebase Auth. Now go to the Firebase, and here I'll import get auth and const and export const app. Also here will be say export const auth equals to get auth, and this will be app. Come back to signup.js, import auth from Firebase. Also create user in user list. So basically, now let's set up our Firebase auth, like sign up. So let's set up our sign up function. So let's say const handle sign up, make a function, and just say here assign. It's an assign function, so let's add try and catch, and in catch we'll say error console.log error error.code, and in try, and here I'll make a use state, name, set name equals to be use state, and it will be string, and again const email, set email equals to be use state, and again it will be a string, and again const password, set password equals to be use state, and also it will be a string. And now in handle signup function, let's say await create user with email and password, say auth, email and password. This is the 3 arguments I have to pass. Now go to the input element, and here we have to assign the value of email and password. So let's say email, and on change it will be a e, and set email will be e.target.value. And same as email, we have to make the password. So let's say password, and on change it will be set password, or like e, and set password will be e.target.value. Now go to the name, and again same as email and password, just say value equals to be name, and on change it will be e, and set name will be e.target.value. And in button on click, I'll just say handle sign up. Now let's create like Tommy, and email will be tommy@gmail.com, and password will be anything you want. Now let's hit the sign up button, and now if I go to the Firebase, you can see there are a user Tommy. Now go to the handle sign up, and in try, after the authentication is done, we'll just empty the field. So just say set name empty, set email empty, and set password will be empty. Let's again, if I try to authenticate with another email, and our input field will be empty. Now the important part is like set the name, email and profile pic of the users in a Firestore database. Now in our Firebase, let's say import get storage, Firebase storage, and const, and export const storage equals to be get storage and app. Now first of all, import storage from Firebase. Now here I'll say const handle image upload. First of all, we will actually upload the image to Firebase storage. Then we'll save the image link and the user and password and email to the Firebase database. For now, just call the handle image upload after the authentication done. Now is profile pic equals to nothing, just keep it return, and either just say const storage rep storage and profiles. In a profiles folder, we'll save all our images as the name of email of a users. Now say const image upload bytes resumable, and here mention our storage rep and the image we want to upload. In our case, it's just a profile pic. Actually, you can get those code from Firebase's official documentation. They briefly describe how it works actually. Now just say sign up button text use state. For now, we'll just say const sign up text set sign up text equal be use state, and it will be string, and the default text will be sign up. And in here, just mention sign up text. Now let's say image upload dot on state change. It's mean when image is being uploaded, we'll say item, and the item will return something like const progress equals to be item byte transferred by item dot total bytes into 100. It's mean, and it will show the progress bar. Now let's say set sign up text will be progress plus percentage. Either a error returns, it will just say console.log error.code, and go to our Firebase storage, and here just get started and click the start in test mode and say done, and it will create a default bucket where we'll just save our images. Now go back to signup.jsx, import ref, and the const image set image equals to be used. And actually we can't upload the profile because it's just an object. So set image will be e.target.first 0, and if image will be available, and we'll just say handle image upload, and in our profile pic we'll just say image, and here also will be image. Now here just say math.round, and this will be our progress. Now select an email. In the name, just say these or something. Let's say r@gmail.com, and password would be anything. Hit the sign up, and you can see it's done, and it's saying 100%. Now, if we go back to our Firebase console, in our profile folder, you can see actually the sign up email got the profile pic. Now let's make a state const downloadable image link and set image link. And here I will just save our downloadable image link. Now in our handle image upload, just say const image URL equals to be get download URL image upload.snapshot.ref and console.log image URL. Let's see it returns or not. Now let's try to sign up. Let's say something and a email and password. Now you can see these are handling a promise. So we have to make a function like async, and then here we have to try it. So run try and catch, and in catch just say error console.log error, and here we will paste our code we actually written previously. And don't forget to add the await and then get download URL. Also set image link will be our image URL. Now if we try to sign up, let's say John, email will be john@gmail.com probably, and password will be anything you want. Let's select an image, click sign up, and you can see it is returning a downloadable image link. Now go to the Firebase, import get Firestore, and export const db equals to be get Firestore, and here will be app. Now we are going to save all the users data and profile pic data to the database. Upload all the information of users in Firestore database. Now again, visit the Firebase official page where they actually briefly describe how it works. And now go to our Firestore database. And in my case, it say go to Google Cloud Console, but in your case, it will probably say get started, and you can get started from there. But in my case, I will just hit default and switch mode. Now you can see a panel view like this, and make sure to write true here. And for now, let's delete the profile pic. And again, import db from Firebase and import set doc from Firebase Firestore. Now say const update user data equals to async and the arrow function. And in arrow function, we'll run try, catch, and in catch error, we'll just set console.log error, and in try, we'll say await, set doc db, and here we'll say users, and we'll pass user ID. And our field will be like this, like display name will be name, email will be email, and profile pic will be our downloadable image link. Now if image URL actually available, then await update user data. And we don't need the set sign up text to like this. And for now, just say loading. And if progress or like math.round progress will be 100. We'll just say like set sign up text will be done. And in handle image upload, just pass the argument image, and if image is not available, return this, and also say image here. And in our profile pics, for now, we'll just say pictures. Delete the handle image upload from there, and we just basically directly upload the image, while any users will select an image from these files. So in handle file, just paste our handle image upload, and e.target.files will be 0 as the argument image. Now delete the set sign up text and the loading sign up text from there. Now what I'm gonna do is the image like just uploaded, we want to make the opacity to 100, otherwise it will be opacity to 40. So now import useref, say const image ref equals to useref will be null, and in our image element the rep will be image rep. Now go to a handle image upload, and if the math.round progress equals to 100, we'll just say if image rep.current equals to current is available, just say image rep.current.style style.opacity will be 100, or just 1, it's mean 100. Now select an image, and you can see it goes opacity 40 to opacity full while the image is being uploaded. Now let's say await update user data, say user response dot users dot UIID, and in update user data we'll just pass the ID like this, and in user ID we just say ID. Now it should work. Let's select an image, just say name as something like probably Henry, and email will be like henry@gmail.com, and password could be anything. Hit the sign up, and you can see in our storage there's the profiles with pictures, and in our Firebase storage database there is a field of Henry and profile pic and email data. Now import use navigator react router DOM. Now initialize like navigate equals to be use navigate, and in our chat view we'll just export the chat view and just say chat view, and after sign up we'll just directly go to the chat view, and in our app.js import the chat view, make another route, and in path just say chats, and element will be our chat view. So after handle sign up, the authentication is done, we'll just navigate to chat view page. So say navigate, and it will be chats. Now again add an image, name will be like anything you want, email will be again anything you want, and password will be anything you want. Hit sign up. Now you can see we are in our chat view page. So our chat view page will look like something like this. So add div class name, and so make a div, and in the div it will be our my profile, and again in navbar, a chats component, a user list, and here add h1, a div and a h4 tag, again a div, now again style it how you want. I'll just make the video 10x. Now in chat view, just import db from Firebase, import collection and get docs from Firebase Firestore, and in UGFET add third bracket, so it's just called once when the component mounts. Let's say const fetch user equals to be assign make a arrow function, and in the arrow function we'll say try and const user collection equals to be collection db users, and here we'll say const user data equals to say like await get docs and user collection, and here just say catch, in catch say error and console.log error. Now const users set users use state, and this use state will be an array. Now say const user list equals to user data dot docs dot map, and here we'll say doc, and doc will return id doc dot id and doc and doc dot data. Now we'll say set user list now call the fetch user, and also let's just console.log the user list. Now if we inspect, we can say there's an array that is returning 7 IDs, that is our users we already signed up with, and that's working probably. And also we can access any user's profile pic like this. Let's make a UL element. In the UL element we'll just say users dot map, and here we'll say item, and then like list, and in the list we'll just say image class name, and source will be our item dot profile pic and class name, and close the image tag, and then add a p for the name of the user. So let's say item dot display name, and also add the class name here. And we are getting the display name and profile pic from here, where we actually save those name to the collection, and we can access the name and profile pic from the collection directly. Now let's set the class name is 7 and w will be like 7 rounded full, class name text white, and you can see it displaying all the users like Neal, Ria, Henry, Spectra, everything. But of course there is something wrong because it's just displaying all the same photos. Also there's a reason, and for now just say here flex, and flex will be column, and justify center and justify between, and in list or here gap would be 2, and in list let's add the class name and flex gap 2 justify start and item center, and it just working. Okay, so make the ring probably 1 to just visualize how much space is taking. Now say S, now H will be 100%, and now go back to our signup.jsx where we actually set up the pictures, set up the profile pictures, and here actually we save all the pictures as picture name, so it's just overriding each other. So here we'll just create some unique ID for each profile pic, so it doesn't override with another profile pic. For that we can say like date dot now, and then underscore, again math dot random dot to string 36, and again substring, and it will be 2 and 15, and make an underscore again, and here we'll just say image.name, it's mean the file name. Now in any case it will be a unique string, so there is no way this string will be repeated. It is created this unique ID, what is not going to repeat it once. Now say a name like Michael @gmail.com, password, and again say a name like penguin @gmail.com, again the password, and you can see the user list are there, but still let's make the object cover, and H probably will be 20 in the list, and W will be probably like 80, and adjust it in your way, or probably it will be 12. Let's make the item center and justify start, and padding will be kind of 2 probably. So yep, this is working now. And now install the redux function. So say npm I reactjs toolkit react redux, make a new folder called redux, and here we'll just say user slice .js, and here we'll import create slice from react redux from redux toolkit, and define the initial state, and also So let's say const initial state equals to be user null, and now create some actions reducer. Say like const user slice create slice, and in create slice we'll say name will be user initial state, something like. Now here we will make our reducers or actions what we're gonna call from another functions to add or remove the user. So here just say login or sign up actions, and say login user state action and state.user equal to be like action.payload, and also mention the logout user, and here just say state action, and here just say state dot user equals to be null. Now now export the reducers and slices. So export const login user and logout user equals to be user slice dot actions, and then export default user slice dot reducer, and here we will create a new file called storage.js. Let's say import configure store reactjs toolkit, and again import user slice from user slice. Now create a reducer store here, const store equals to be configure store, and just say reducer and user, and here will be like and user will be like user slice, and now export default store. Now go to main.jsx, and here import store from redux store.js and import provider from React Redux. So make the provider and wrap the app component into the provider, and store will be our store. Now go back to signup.jsx, and we're gonna dispatch the Redux from here. So let's say import use dispatch React Redux from React Redux, and again import login user from Redux from user slice, and then we'll just say like const Redux dispatch, and this will be like const user info equals to make the object what we're gonna dispatch. It goes like id and name and our pic, and our pic will be like downloadable image link. So copy the redux dispatch and paste here, and we just passed like user response dot user dot id, and let's make another component called my profile. So in my profile, let's export the my profile and say like import use selector react redux and say use dispatch. Let's import use selector from react redux and use dispatch from react redux. Let's say const and go back to signup.js, say const dispatch equals to use dispatch, and here in redux dispatch say dispatch and login user will be user info. Go back to our my profile and here say const user equals to use selector and state, and in state will be like state dot user dot user. So let's make the const user info, and here we'll just say like image source user info dot profile pic, or like the pic from here, and let's make the class name like h full, w full, and flex start, and padding will be like 2 probably. Class name like h10 and w10 and rounded full, and ring 2 and ring wide, and let's try to upload some image and sign up like br@gmail.com and probably password, and it's loading. Now you can see there's our my profile, and it's like acting weird, but we'll just fix it. But there's another problem, like we can see our name in the user list too. We have to fix it. Now go to the my profile and signup.js and edit the styles a little bit, and go to the my profile again and just say and add a p tag and just say me, cause it's just like me, and me the class name like text white, and let's edit the my profile like flex column, and it just fix it. Now in chat view we'll say like const filtered user, where we just display all the users except me. So we'll just say user list dot filter user, and it will say like user dot id. So here actually we're gonna import use selector, const user info and use selector. Here just say state, and again like state dot user, and copy the user info, and here we just say like if user dot id not equals to user info dot id, we're gonna just pass set user to the filtered user. So it's working, and make a new component called chat.js. So now let's import chats from chats.js, and here in chats we'll say like just say chats to visualize it, and in chat view let's call the chat components. So we can see the chats component here. Now let's handle the user selection. It's mean when I click the user, what's gonna happen? const handle user selection equals to arrow function, and here I'll pass a argument called like the selected user ID, and let's say like const selected user set selected user ID equals to useState null, and here I'll say like set selected user ID and in list item we'll say like on click handle user selection, and this will return like item.id what we actually passed in selected user ID. Now let's make a comment here like pass the props through chats component, and let's say like selected user ID is available, and then we're gonna pass like selected user ID equals to be our selected user ID, and current user ID equals to be our user info.id. Now go back to chats.jsx, and in our function we will just pass our selected user ID and current user ID, and let's say like const chat ID. Chat ID is a unique ID while we click a user, and this chat ID will be created, and it's something goes like selected user ID and current user ID, and we join with as a underscore. Now make the cursor pointer, and let's say the style like background color will be item.id, and this will be like selected user ID, and bg will be this color. Now what actually it says like background color will be changed if like item.id equals to be selected user ID, it's mean which user we clicked. Now either this will be our just like default background color. Now if we click any user and it will returning a object, there is a reason because we didn't destructure the object yet. So after destructuring it, we should return a chat ID of selected user ID and our current user ID. So it's working and it's returning the user ID. Now let's delete all the users from our authentications user list. And let's try to sign up with llama@gmail.com, and password will be anything you want, and let's just sign up, and you can see there is no user yet. Now sign up with other user, and you can see our llama user is displayed. And now let's fix the chat.jsx. First of all, import db from Firebase, and then import collection doc, set doc, get doc, and update doc, and array union from Firebase Firestore. Also you wanna import on snapshot and timestamp. So that's it. Now let's say const message set message equals to be useState, and it will be a string, and again we're gonna say like messages and set messages, and again it will be like a useState, and it will be an array of messages. And let's say again like const loading set loading gonna be like a use state of a boolean value like true. And again, now we can make a user chat ID where all the chats is gonna store of two users. So we can say like const chat ID equals to be selected user ID current user ID dot sort dot join with underscore. And now user effect, you can say like if chat ID equals chat ID not available, just return it, or like don't do anything. Either we'll say like const chat doc ref doc db chats, and we'll say like chat ID. So this is the collection, and so this is the chat collection where we're gonna save our all the chats of a particular chat ID. So let's say like const unsubscribe equals to on snapshot, and we'll say like chat doc rep and comma, here we can say doc snapshot, and here we can return like set loading equals to be false. Cause like set loading to be like false when the data is like received, and like if doc snapshot dot exist, we can say const data equals to doc snapshot dot data, and set messages would be like data dot messages. Else console.log no chat found, and we'll like return like set messages equals to be an array, an empty array. While there is no chat, we just clear the messages. Now let's say like error, and here we just say like console.log will be error, and set loading equals to be false. Now return unsubscribe, and we're gonna update the user effect when chat ID changes. Now create a function to handle send messages. So let's say like const send message equals to a assign function, and here you can say like if message.trim equals to like empty array, then just return it. Either we'll say like if chat ID is not available, and again return it, or either say like try const doc snapshot equals to await get doc chat doc rep, and here we can say like const chat doc rep equals to be like doc db and chats and chat ID. This is our like the chat user collection reference, and then and this is like document is already available. We can say like const new message, and here we can say text message and sender id equals to be our current id, and timestamp equals to be timestamp dot now. So here you can say like if doc snapshot dot exists, await update doc, and like chat doc ref, and here like message and array union, and here you can say like new message. And make the send message a empty string, and it is for like creating a new document if document is not already exist. And you can say like catch error and console.log error. Now let's style the component. So div class name equals to be like flex call, w full, padding will be 4, and again make it another div. Say like loading is true, we can return like div in class name, and you can say like close the div, and here you can say like loading. And either the messages dot length equals to 0, and it will be like div close the div, and it will say like no chats found, or like no chats are there. Messages dot map message index, and here we can say like div class, here we can say like div and close the div, and like class name, and we can say like padding will be 2, margin like 1 rounded, and in a dollar sign we can say message dot sender id equals to be like current user id, then it will be a background color of kind of blue, like blue 500, or either, or of course like text will be white, or either the background will be like gray 300 and text will be black. So now display the messages, we can say like msg.text, and it should display the messages. Now you can say loading, and there are like no chats are there, and now you can say like div input type text, value will be like message, and on change it will be like again e, and set message will be like e dot targeted value, and close the input tag, and here placeholder will be like text your message. Now create a button on click like send message, and let's style it. Let's say like div class name like flex call, overflow y auto, h will be full, and here like flex item center, justify center, and h will be full, text will be gray 500, and here the class name will be like, just copy it and paste here, and in input the class name like flex 1, and like padding will be like 2, border and border gray 400, and we can say like rounded, come back to button. Here we can say margin left 2, padding 2, blue 500, text white. Now we actually create a new document if this is not exist, but we have to create also if the document is actually exist. So we do something like this: else await set doc chat doc rep comma messages new messages, and create a new document if document is not exist, and here like update the document with the new messages. Now you can see there is no chats are there. Now let's type something like hey, and send. You can see this is in blue background, and if I shift the tab in llama, there is like hey, and if I say like I am llama and send it, now back to do, and you can say like see like I am llama who you. So it is just working perfectly fine, and even I can add like yo I am to do and send it, and you can say like yeah yo I am to do. So it's just working perfectly fine. Now there is lots of users, so let's make a search function here. So we can say like const search queue and set search queue equals to like use state, and this will be a string. So make a search function here like handling search, say like const handle search, and here you can say like search like set search queue equals to be e dot target dot value, and say like const filtered user. This will be like user dot filter. It should be like user display name dot to lowercase dot includes search queue to lowercase. So it will be filtered all the users what gonna match with the search queue. So now let's make an input type text placeholder like search user, and here we'll say like on change, and it will like handle search, and here you can say value will be like search queue, and let's style it, make the class name like w full, padding will be 2, border like be like, and border will be like gray and 600, and it will be some kind of rounded, and close the input tag, and here make the background this color, and w full flex column justify between, and item will be center. And you can see there's searching, but it's not working for some reason. Let's see why. So it's not working because we didn't update the user. So if now you can see like filtered user, now you can see it's like working, and if we search something, it will showing as the search result. Now let's make the user profile component. User profile.jsx, create user profile.jsx, export the user profile.jsx, and here just import it. We can say like selected user is available, and then we can render like user profile, and it will take a props. It will say like user profile id equals to be selected user id. So that's it. Now import db from Firebase. Now import doc and Firebase Firestore. Now import get doc. Now let's say selected user id. We can say like const and user info, set user info. It can be like use state null. Let's say again const loading, set loading equals to be use state, and it will be true. Now let's say use effect, and in use effect we can say like selected user id, and here we can say if selected user id not available, we can say return. Now let's say try and catch error, we can say console.log error, and in try we can say like const user reference equals to doc db, and let's say users selected user id. Now let's like doc snapshot equals to await get doc. Now let's say user reference. Now if doc snapshot dot exists, we can say like const fetch user data. It will fetch user, it will be an arrow function. Now bring the whole code block into this function, and now you can say like set user info doc snapshot dot data, else it will be like console.log nothing to show. Finally set loading false. Now fetch user data. Now call the fetch user data, and here return image source. This will be like user info dot profile pic, It's from the user's profile pic. Now let's style it like, let's say class name like w like 20, age 20, rounded full, and here make a h2 tag. Here we can say like userinfo.name, and make a h5 tag, and here we can say like userinfo.email. Now let's style it. Let's say class name flex, h full, w will be like full, and flex column justify center, and make here and make the ring will be white, and also make the class name text white, and text will be like md, and here the text will be like white, and text will be probably 13 pixel, and let's make the text will be like gray 500. And now image source, make the user info is available. It's a good practice. Now if we click in users, you can see the user name and email and the photo. Now go back to signin.jsx. Now in our login text, we can say cursor, pointer, and on click we will navigate to sign in page. So let's back to app.jsx and make another route. So let's say path and say sign in, and element will be our sign in component. So import sign in from sign in, and say like sign in. Now if we click to the login button, you can see the sign page. Now let's say div class name will be our component and the class name, and here the div class name will be the card login view, and I will again suggest read it yourself. I'm speeding up the video. So it's kind of looking like this, and let's go to signin.jsx and import auth from Firebase, and also import sign in with credentials, sign in with email and password from Firebase Auth. Make a const usestate, and let's say like email, set email equals to be usestate, and it will be a string, and again const password and set password equals to be usestate, and again it will be a string. So let's say like value will be email, and on change it will be e set password, like set email e.target.value. Value equals to password. On change it will be like e set password e.target.value. Const. Now make the function to sign in. Let's say const sign in with email and say async, and it should be arrow function. Let's just say like try, and run catch, In catch you will say like error console.log and typical error, and in try you will await sign in with email and password, and we will say like auth, and we will return email and password. Now we have to actually change couple of things here around to data dispatch. First of all, now I'm gonna dispatch the login user directly from here and saying like login user response dot user dot uid, and go back to my profile.jsx. Here import get doc and doc from Firebase Firestore. Also import db from Firebase. Now make a function const user id equals to assign, and make arrow function and say here like const user doc ref equals to doc db users user user info. But first of all here just change the user id generation, and now say here user info dot id const user doc equals to await get doc user doc ref. Now if user doc dot exist, say like const user data equals to user doc and user doc dot data. Now const image set image use state, and it will be a string, and now here say set image user data dot profile pic. Also in source say image. Now make a variable here const user response equals to await and sign in with email password function, and also import use dispatch from React Redux, and also login user. Now const dispatch equals to use dispatch, and in try say dispatch login user, and I'm going to say user response dot user dot uid. Now import use navigate from react.dom, and also navigate equals to use navigate. And after the sign in we want to navigate to chat view, so just navigate chats, and actually we don't need this .id from user info, so just delete it. Now go to React icon, search for a logout button, and I'm going to go with this one. Now copy it and paste here, and after the p tag create a button for logout, and copy the component and paste here. Now let's style it. Make a class name flex, padding will be 2, justify center, item center, and background will be probably bg slate 700, and it will be rounded.